large farmers in Jamaica does it, but I can't afford it. So you know what we're going to be doing today. We're talking about tilapia fish feed. How you actually source your tilapia fish feed. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keep in Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so we have been looking at tilapia classroom, vlog, and we are down to the wire. I have a few more videos to share, and it's hope that you have actually been grasping a little bit more in-depth sequential information regarding the keeping and breeding of tilapia. Today, we're going to be talking about feed. How do you source your tilapia feed? What type of feed that you use for your tilapia? And how do you feed them? Alright, so you start off with a 5-gallon bucket that have actually graduated to a 55-gallon drum that have actually graduated to 270-gallon tote. Alright, so how do you actually feed your fish? How do I actually feed my fish? For the past 3 years I've been in the tilapia arena. What do I do so as to get my tilapia to remain healthy, strong, breeding, and big enough so that I can consume? Alright, so in Jamaica there are two feed producers, right? You have Nutrimix and you have Hypro. Nutrimix no longer produces fish feed. Um, you get all your low quality fish feed from Hypro. When I say low quality, I mean really low quality, right? The buoyancy of your fish feed from that you get from Hypro feed is not as great as that in which let's say a Danny Bunting or other large farmers in Jamaica would actually get. Those feed are like these. Well, this is my aquarium fish feed, right? My aqua, right? But they are a little bit bigger than these, but they are like these. What's so significant with them is that they actually float, right? So they float. Okay, so getting tilapia fish feed that actually float can be a little bit costly. Now, for I'm not sure what's the weight, but the big bag, bag from the factory. I'm not sure of the weight. Let's say for just speaking sake, it is 45 kg. So a 45 kg bag of tilapia feed will cost an average of about 3,800 Jamaican dollars. Between that and $4,000 for a 45 kg bag. For the same 45 kg bag tilapia feed, probably it's a little bit more, probably about 50 because it's imported, right? Getting that, it's gonna cost more. It's roughly about $21,000. I'm not sure if taxes on it, but it's about $21,000. And how do you get these feed? The feed that, as I said before, it actually floats, it doesn't sink, and your fish will love you for it because your fish meets the feed. It doesn't dissolve in the water, just like this feed. It doesn't dissolve in the water. It allows the fish to grow. According to a source of mine, it was shared that a particular fish farmer, large fish farmer, says that for him, uh, what he normally used was this, and it would take roughly about 9 months for his fish to be mature. That's the hyper feed. But since using the imported feed, which is like this, it's a little bit bigger grain, it's light, and it's so cool, right? I don't have any now, so I'm just showing you my aquarium fish feed as an example, right? Since he have started to use the imported feed from overseas, he can now harvest his fish at roughly double the size when he fed the fish this type of feed from Hypro. He can actually double the size of the fish and the fish is ready within 7 months. So the 21,000 practically work, right? Because you can actually produce more fish, well, more weight in fish within a shorter period of time, which end up with more profit within a shorter period of time. Okay, now tilapia fish feed come in different, I call it different grain size, right? And if you're gonna be importing feed, wow, you get all 4 or 5 different grade in which they have, right? So you have the one what you call Ziegler. That's the fine one that you would feed like the fries. It's like powder, right? And it is in this powder that they would put the hormone that actually reverse the sex. No, this is not it. This is this feed crushed, right? This is this feed crushed. It is from Hypro. I use Hypro feed throughout my entire system, and I share it with you. I have already shared with you the reason why. 45 kg bag of Hypro feed is 3,008. A 45 kg bag of imported tilapia feed, not this though, it's like this but it's different, is roughly about $21,000, right? What I haven't shared with you yet is where you can actually get the imported tilapia fish feed. Now the imported tilapia fish feed, as I said before, it allows your fish to mature within 7 months, and your fish has a lot of weight and it is ready for harvest. You get more profit, right? So, where can you actually get this? No, you can get this at any of the large established tilapia fish farm, in which I will not call any names, right? Because it's not a promo video. This is a video that speaks to you about the feed, right? One of those large tilapia feed, tilapia um, farms. You can get them there. You can ask for it at the farm store. I know that there's one farm store in Mandeville that actually sells it. There is a fish farmer in Clarendon, near Freetown. You can check him and come with the money, and you'll get it. Now, what I do so as to get my smaller fish to actually consume the feed is to actually crush the feed. Yeah, literally crush the feed with a hammer. Yeah, with a hammer or a special device that has weight, right? And it seems to have been working for the past 3 years. I haven't gotten much issues. The only issue, well, there are several issues with hyperfeed. Several issues with hyperfeed. They are gonna come up now for feed. How often you feed the tilapia in your backyard? Feed them minimum of 2, maximum of 3, right? If you're using the Hypro, you have to feed sparingly, ensure that they are consuming, and you feed small amount, because if you throw a lot in it and walk away, leave it, what will happen is that once the feed hit the ground, it starts to dissolve. That's the Hypro, because it doesn't float. And when it starts to dissolve, it becomes like mist in the water. You understand? The fish doesn't consume it, right? So the fish is practically suffering after a couple of hours, because there is ammonia spike. The fish become unhealthy, and issues do arrive. You see them gasping at the top of the water. So if you're using a hyper feed, you're gonna have to do more water change. Yeah. If you're using the imported tilapia feed, even if you're just using air pump, or for the babies, you're using plants, you don't have to do water change that regularly, because the feed is not dissolving like that in the water, right? The fish waste is being filtered through a filtration system, because yeah, the backyard fish system is not like those big 1 acre, 2 acre thing, where in which you don't really have no set filtration, where you just have inflow and outflow, and paddle wheels in the night and all that. No, right? Yeah, you're talking about, oh yeah, and the wind and all them something there, right? All right. So you talk about that, right? So as soon as they see the fish, you're using the hyper feed, right? As soon as they see the fish start going towards the feed, you throw in a little bit, and they go for it, and they consume it, and they look like they want more. You throw a little bit more, you throw a little bit more. When it seems as if they are getting lazy and they don't want to go for any more feed, that's the time that you stop feeding them, right? So you stop feeding them when you see that. That suggests that they are not interested anymore. And tilapia doesn't like to take up feed from off the ground. They will, but they don't like it. They like to catch it out of the water. Yeah. And they like things that move. What I like to do these days, I have 2 pleckers in my system, and the pleckers are looking really small. I'm going to be doing a video on them shortly. It is not for this series, it's for my normal channel videos. Pleckers are looking a little small in comparison to how long I've had them. Right, so as soon as they look as if they are no longer interested in consuming, right, you continue to feed them. You feed them roughly 2 times minimum, 3 times the maximum. 1 morning, 1 evening, 1 afternoon. If you have the imported fish feed, you can feed them 4 times a day. Alright, so you'll feed them 1 early morning, 1 midday, 1 early evening, and 1 late evening. Right? And within 7 months, 7 clear months, you're talking about 10 pound. Yeah, man, if you have the space. Put one of them in this. Even about 10 pound, 10 inches, right? Tilapia, 2 pound, 3 pound tilapia being taken from your container. Cause remember, you're going to have 2000, 2005 gallon totes. Not totes. I've been making so much mistake. Vats within your yard, so the space wouldn't be a problem. And I would advise you, sometimes I haven't spoken to you about this because this is just a common thing within fish keeping. And I've said it several times in my tilapia videos. You have to keep check on your tilapia stock. And so if you realize that there's a tilapia that is like growing faster than the rest of the tilapia, you remove that tilapia and place it into a space either by itself or with tilapias that are similar in size. If you don't do that, that large tilapia, if you have small tilapia in the pond, that large tilapia will terrorize, not necessarily consume, but terrorize the smaller ones. And sometimes the tilapia looks like they are adults, but they are not. They are just juveniles that are like hemmed up and pumped up, should I say, and steroids, right? Like you have some kids that are really huge. Yeah, you have some fish that are really huge as a result of the feed, and that's if you're using the imported tilapia fish feed they're hiding. But that is how I feed my tilapia, and it has worked. And persons have asked me whether or not they can use chicken feed as a part of their fish diet. Whilst in some jurisdiction, meaning that in some spaces, wow, I'm here looking at my lettuce and I realize that I'm seeing some caterpillar poop, which suggests that I have a problem. But anyway, I do a video for that later. Alright, I do a video for that later. Alright, so yeah, so that's it. Thank you for stopping by, guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.